Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, my good buddy Rob.
Hey, folks.
Over
How you
here.
doing? Right over there.
Guess what, Rob?
What, fella?
This is episode number 47.
47.
47. We just looked it up while we were talking here, and we're a month away from doing this for a year. Like to the
Very
day.
nice. Yeah.
Because it's September 3rd was our first one.
That's great. Yeah. Been a lot of fun. If any other world, we'd be doing some sort of special one-year show with confetti poppers and stuff. But I guess we could still do the show. We just can't get within 6 feet of each other.
Yeah.
Better see, I'm trying to touch you right now, but it's not working.
Stop it. Stop.
Dark.
You know, well, we could go to a field and set a wide-angle camera and just shoot poppers at each other.
Yeah.
Fireworks, flares, whatever else would entertain the people.
Yep.
Ryan brought his flare gun.
See if I can find a better. Oh, that's even worse. Okay, I guess it's the best. Lighting in a basement's not easy. Neither's pimping, from what I hear.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
If anything, music has taught us.
But it sure is fun.
All right. Well, let's move on into a little housekeeping. So our favorite console tournament is still moving right along. This week we saw. Oh, I just closed my.
I will hop right in here. We saw the Amiga beat the Atari Jaguar like a rented wheel.
Ooh.
The GameCube narrowly wins over the Dreamcast.
One vote.
And the Intellivision
over the Coleco.
And what's the biggest travesty since I don't know, since JFK assassination? That's fair, right? Intellivision over ColecoVision? Yeah, they're both equal footing.
That's right on par.
Yeah. No. Intellivision's a fine system as well. It's easily the second best in that poll. So beat the ColecoVision. And right now, if you get in and listen to this right away, you can vote on the Commodore 64 versus the Atari 5200. So vote now.
So after that, we've got 3 more left, and then round 1 is done. Right? Am I looking at this right?
Yeah, I'm going to trust you on it.
Yeah, and for the last 3, we got some big ones. Big ones, Rob. One that's going to cause a lot of people to, question their morals. The PS3 versus the Xbox 360. That's the one. That's the next one up after the Commodore 64, Atari 5200.
That should divide some households.
And then we have TurboGrafx 16 versus Neo Geo.
Yeah, fair enough.
That one's a big one. I don't know if there's a lot of opinions on that because I've known one person in my life who's owned a Neo Geo console. So
it's one of those things I've come into later with the Neo Geo, with emulation and things like that. And I had a lot of banger games. And
then we end out round 1. I don't think it's going to be a tough one for people. I think, but this one's going to break my heart. It's going to be the Wii versus the Wii U.
Yeah, I can't see that one being too close.
Yeah. So those are coming up. That's watch for it. It's been fun. I've enjoyed this first round, but
yeah. So vote now on who's going to go to round 2. Unlike our Edmonton Oilers, who don't look like they're going to go to round 2. That's
did that game happen already today, or is that
no, 8:30 is the second one.
Okay. Oh, I lost you audio-wise there for a sec.
Yeah, I had a little crack of lightning. Am I back or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. We're recording in a thunderstorm, so if one of us viewers will use the magic of editing to You won't even notice. Won't even know. Well, you probably will now that I've mentioned it. So
Yeah.
Never happened.
So also last weekend was it last weekend? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got together and we played the King of Dragons, one of the beat 'em ups in the Capcom beat 'em up bundle on the Switch there. And I've posted parts 1 and 2, and I think there's only one more part. This wasn't quite the marathon that Streets of Rage 4 was.
Yep.
Still a lot of fun though. I love these games. Lots of fun.
That's right. That's right. Anytime you're doing an arcade emulator too, it's you can just keep popping the imaginary quarters in. So
yeah, thank goodness.
we like that a lot.
Yeah, I think that's it. We can move on into news now.
News.
In the news tonight.
News.
Intellivision Amico event is tomorrow.
That's right. 10 p.m. Mountain, I believe.
10 p.m.?
No, I'm lying to you. 10 a.m. Pacific, so 11 a.m. Mountain.
Okay.
So I'm going to be watching it. If anyone, I've posted it on the page before. I might just do a refresher, because if you register to watch it, you can win a chance to get a Founders Edition during the event. Ooh. So
I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I don't know if I'll be around or not. We'll have to see what works like tomorrow.
Right.
I'll definitely be taking my lunch break at that time.
It's a good time for a lunch break. So yeah, then I've gushed enough about the Amico for several people's worth of podcasts, but legitimately looking forward to it. I've enjoyed all the updates so far, and tune in tomorrow, although by the time this podcast goes up it may be over already, but I will post something on the page kind of saying what the highlights were, so look for
awesome that. Ooh, I just heard that.
Yep, it's she's pretty loud.
So Cuphead surprise dropped on the PS4 this week.
Yeah. Jeff Keighley just dropped it in his Summer Games event or whatever he's been doing for a month. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, Cuphead, PS4.
Oh. They made a special little claymation type stop motion video for it. I don't know if you checked it out.
I haven't. No.
It's pretty neat. Just like a little 30-second thing, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad they're doing well. It's those folks deserve all the support and love they're getting. Quite the little game, and by little game I mean ridiculously hard, puts Contra to shame game. But
yeah, I was like, I picked it up on Switch there, and I was like, man, how hard can this game be? Yeah, it's hard.
Right.
Then I'm like, right, I don't like games like this, but it looks so good.
Yeah.
But it's so hard. Yeah. You can't even put it onto easy mode, because then you can't actually pass anything. You can try a level, but then it doesn't count. If you pass it in easy mode, it doesn't count towards your progression.
Okay.
Yeah. So
shenanigans.
Today they opened up pre-orders for the Analogue Pocket
system. We've both kind of gushed about a little bit. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I haven't seen how much a pre-order is.
It's not cheap.
No,
I think it was $2.99.
Yeah,
could look it up right now while we're recording a podcast.
Oh, it's $1.99.
Okay.
$1.99 American. So.
Right. And then I was watching a video. They say that the shipping from Analogue is usually pretty bad, so it'll come to like $2.70 after shipping. So.
And if you want the fancy dock, that's a $99 American.
Yep.
So out of the box, the Analogue Pocket, it plays Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance cartridges.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got this gorgeous screen on it, like just.
Yes.
But just looking at the prices here, I hadn't checked any of these out. Every adapter, so you can get the Game Gear adapter,
Yep.
a Neo Geo Pocket adapter, and an Atari Lynx adapter.
Oh boy.
And yeah, they're $30 American each.
And they're not available right off the bat, I was hearing as well.
Right. Apparently, according to this, the Game Gear was the Neo Geo and the Lynx are coming soon.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, it's a lot of money. I mean, you're getting something really cool for it. But man.
Oh, so you could get the Game Gear adapter. You could order it today.
Okay.
But it doesn't ship until May 2021.
Yeah, nothing does. Nothing does.
Oh, none of them
I don't
do.
believe the Analogue comes until May as well.
Oh, yeah. Holy crap.
That was one of the big complaints people were saying is that you're paying right now. It's not one of those ones where you just register and then you pay when it comes. You're giving them your money till May and then hoping that it ships on time.
I'm not a fan of that.
No, that's an awful bit early. That's good English. Good
You
word.
know what, though, man? If I was really wanting it, which I do,
No.
I wouldn't feel so bad about it, just because of the work they've put into the other stuff.
You know it's good. Yeah, they're not a new upstart company. They've got a big history of making high quality FPGA stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a long time, right? Like
looking, because I've hovered over the buy button many a time on the when they had the Super Nintendo one.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah.
But still, $189 American.
Yeah. You can buy 2 Retrons for that, and
almost buy 3.
You might need to buy 2 Retrons with their reliability issue. Anyway.
Yeah. If you watch my gameplay from today.
was that an 8-bit do controller that was going in and out, or was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, those controllers are pretty rock solid usually. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm figuring that's what that had to do with. But anyways, yeah, like I'm still drooling over an Analog Pocket. It's all sold out, so yeah. I guess that puts that.
Honestly, I'm hoping that it does do well and that they make more in it, because the one thing I am very interested in is the Lynx capabilities. Like I have 100 different ways, and I'm sure you do as well, to play Game Boy Advance, to stream to all sorts of different types of devices. But I only have one way to play my Atari Lynx, and it's on the Atari Lynx, which the screen is getting kind of the screen is always better than the Game Gear screen. The Game Gear screen was the worst for backlit color, but the Lynx is kind of showing its age, especially when you're used to something like a phone screen now. So maybe I should look at one of those mods, like an IPS screen for it.
Right. There's got to be some of those around, right?
Yeah, you would think so, right? But yeah, that's the Analog Pocket. I suppose the Digital Pocket, which you can only put things in all the way or out all the way. There's no.
I'm just going to let you crash and burn
parts. Here. No, that's a beautiful joke. That is a joke that our viewers will appreciate, because we have smart viewers.
We do. We absolutely do.
The smartest.
Who know when they're being pandered to.
Except for the people who voted for Intellivision. There's no hope for them.
Anyways, just to slightly segue about, I was just trying to find, isn't the company that makes Firewatch putting out some sort of handheld device? Campo Santo? And the big deal about that is it has a little analog turn key on the side.
Oh, the one with the crank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Did you look up I guess if you type in crank in a Google search, you're gonna find all sorts of things.
Yeah. So, yeah, apparently it's still happening. It's just not. Okay. It's called the
Playdate.
Playdate.
Yeah.
That just triggered that little talking about the analog. Anyways.
Right. Yeah.
Segue no more.
You just want to not pay attention to me for a while. That's fine. Whatever. That's.
Let's talk about the Sinden Lightgun.
Let's.
So I watched that video on the Linus Tech Tip video there.
Yep.
And wow.
Didn't that fill you with joy?
Absolutely.
Seeing
Holy
that,
man.
So the idea behind it, for kind of give people a kind of a backstory to it, is that for years, obviously, you haven't been able to use light guns on newer TVs because they rely on the scanning on a CRT tube, and the guns use in order to work, and LEDs, of course, don't do that. So what this guy did, and I think his name is Sinden, but the company's name is Sinden. They have made a gun with a camera in it, and it puts a white, I'm going to somehow try and, a white border all the way around the edge of the screen there, and it can change different colors depending on the game. Sometimes it's needed for sensitivity in certain type color, like a certain darkness of rooms. And you could use it on an LCD TV, and right now they have Windows drivers and Linux drivers. So the big deal about that is you can use it with your Raspberry Pi running either RetroPie or Emulation Station or whatever, anything like that, and you can basically play House of the Dead, Time Crisis, any of the games that are supported on MAME, or you can load up an emulator and play Duck Hunt. And you can play Duck Hunt on your 55-inch or 70-inch TV. I mean, if it's Ryan's house, it's an 85-inch 4K television. But in my place, where it's like a 50-inch TV with a fan that makes a lot of noise, it'll work on that. And it'll work on projectors. It'll work on anything, because that white ring will be put around and the camera's looking for it. So it's very cool. Ask me if I pre-order one as soon as I saw it.
Rob?
Yes. I will have one coming in October. Do I have the money for it? No. Should I have done it? No. But was it so freaking cool? Yes. So, yeah. And I mean, you want to support a guy like that, right? Like, it's an amazing invention. Like, it is seriously the biggest thing. Because what's the last good shooting gallery type game? Like, they had some on the Wii.
Yeah, well, I didn't. The PS3 was the last.
Right, with the PlayStation Move controllers.
Yeah, but
just not as accurate as a light gun was back in the day, right?
No.
Like they always were okay, but like in the video you can see it's a pinpoint precision, and it looks very exciting. So look on our Facebook page for the video, and check it out for yourselves. He's got an Indiegogo for it.
So something kind of interesting. Long time ago, we talked about the Polymega.
Yes.
And they are working with Sinden.
Yeah.
To make the retro gun controller.
Yep.
So
they were. I mean, it makes sense because the Polymega's got all those different systems, and he said the only thing it's not that it won't work with other consoles, it's just getting drivers. Like he has drivers that you can hardware mod the gun right now to work on PS1 and PS2. There's no reason it shouldn't work, right? It just
because you'd have to have some sort of processing box kind of after, like the controller or something.
All
right?
the processing's in the gun.
Yeah.
Like all the processing, the actual smarts and the camera and everything are in the gun, and the gun just sends, like on the Windows, if you're using it on Windows, or Linux, it's basically moving the mouse cursor with the gun, and that's kind of how it's working. So it's and it was actually cool because he went like this, and then he turned the gun like this,
and
the mouse cursor actually turned as well. It's incredibly accurate. It's amazing.
Yeah, it recognizes gangster mode. That made me smile.
So it's good. I'm glad that, because the Polymega looks like a pretty skookum little system too, right? So the two of them working together.
Yeah.
Boom.
Too many toys, not enough money, Rob.
That's right. That's what credit cards are for.
I also want to mention, as a disclaimer, is I don't have a 4K TV yet. I'm waiting for my Samsung to die, and it just won't, because I can't bring myself to just replace it for no reason. I can't.
I know. I'm not disagreeing with you. He totally has one.
I don't.
Huge. All right. What else we got in the news here?
Battletoads.
Hey.
Given a release date, and it's soon.
Very soon,
in
right?
3 weeks.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, it's going to be on Game Pass. So when we were chatting about it there, I'm like, I think I see another Let's Play in our future.
Right. So, what do you think of the trailer?
Yeah, it's all right. I have this blurring memory, even though they're completely different games, of Earthworm Jim and Battletoads for some reason. Like,
okay,
yeah, like just I don't know why.
Is it both had slimy lead characters? Is that kind of the?
That definitely could be.
Okay,
but yeah, I.
The train's derailing. You're looking at something on the screen, and your thoughts derailing.
I'm gonna play it.
That's a beauty of Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
Try it out, see if you like it.
I mean, I do like the whole like animated look of it.
Yes.
I mean, that's definitely an improvement over the previous graphics.
Yeah.
Was disappointed to see that they still kind of have I forget what that vehicle was called, but
the hover bikes.
The hover bike.
Yes. Yeah. You have to imagine they're going to poke some sort of fun at those levels. The notoriously difficult hover bike levels, right?
Dude, I read this article about like when they were creating Battletoads, and it was actually created for the rental generation. Because they wanted to create a game that was difficult enough that you'd have to rent it more than once to finish it.
Okay.
Yeah, and they did.
They sure did, yeah.
They were successful. I definitely rented that game a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And, loved the humor of it. And,
Yep. And it was a game that was much, much harder if you had played with a friend. Because you couldn't turn off the friendly fire.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I had forgotten about that.
Yep. I have so many vivid memories of going down that rope section where you're going down into the pit.
Mm-hmm.
You can turn into the wrecking balls and stuff and just killing each other, just trying to hurt the bad guys repeatedly. And then you shared lives. It was great. Well, you didn't share lives, but every time one of you died, it started again.
Yeah. This is one thing that is kind of interesting that you don't see. It's a 3-player.
Yeah, oh yeah.
3-player couch co-op type game.
Yeah, I think the arcade game was 3 as well.
There was a Battletoads arcade?
There sure was. Look it up. A very, very exciting little one.
Okay.
I don't know if it came to North America, but I've played the crowd out of the them emulated.
Right. Is it as tough as the cartridge?
I didn't think so. It's a lot more arcadey because obviously the graphics are quite a bit better, and you'd have the big boot, and it was.
I don't know. I don't think I. As you get older, things get fuzzy. So
you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
I'm gonna have to look into that because I'd like to try that.
Do it. Don't do it now, though.
No, you guys just hold.
Focus.
You guys hold on. I'm looking this up. All right, fine. I'll look it up after. Moving on, Bioware actually gave us some actual news about what they're working on, and the first thing they're working on in the Anthem remake is loot. They want to make loot more satisfying.
Yeah, make it less satisfying. That was, I got a gun. Looks just like the other gun.
Well,
but it's +2 something.
Yeah. Also, one of the things they're looking at changing is the whole fact that you had to wait until you went back to your command station and like went through your bags to be able to equip it.
I mean, rip off Borderlands, man. That's the perfect game for that. It's like, oh, I got this gun is like looks like a giant bazooka, and I can try it right now, and it's got a different type of it looks different. It's got a fun shield, and it shoots hand grenades. Like, that's what people want with that kind of game, right? It's just,
absolutely.
Give me a cool gun. Give me lots of cool guns. Make them spit out like in Diablo 3, where it's like you got the fountain of oranges and purples, and everyone wants to see that. It's, Anthem shouldn't have had that hard of a time figuring that out. But
yeah.
Hopefully they get it right this time.
You know what, Bioware? We have faith in you, and I can't wait to try it.
Although I own it now too, so I guess I may as well pick it up for like $8. Yeah, it's fun. Fun little game.
So, moving on from that, Metal Gear. Nope. I'm like, where'd you see that? Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell is coming to Netflix in the form of an animated show. I wonder if it'll be adult in nature, or if it'll be, is it going to be dark and gritty, or is it going to be
right? You know what? Sure, be nice if it followed a game, like a new game.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great. Why not do that? I mean, the Netflix is cool. We're glad. But how many people have been screaming and yelling for a new Splinter Cell game? For how long, right? Like, what was the last one? Like 1974, give or take?
2013.
Oh, you've got it up there right now like a boss? All right, 7 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Well, nothing in the current gen.
Yeah.
Like that was a PS3 360 game.
Right. And who makes that again? Is that who makes Splinter Cell?
Ubisoft,
right?
Yeah.
Is there another franchise of theirs that people have been desperately waiting for a new game that's even older than that? Beyond Good and Evil. Sorry.
So I don't know if you planned this segue or not, but
did. Huh? I saw that too.
The other their other announcement that there's going to be a Beyond Good and Evil Netflix show as well.
They're just teasing. They're teasing us at this point. It's like, that game you've been waiting for like 13 years.
They're really
just begin. It's a Netflix show.
So all of them, I'm just looking on their Wikipedia right here, and there's a bunch of game shows coming. Game movies. There's a Ghost Recon movie coming.
Okay.
But they're all to be announced. So.
Right.
Also, as part of the Netflix deal, The Division as a show. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a Rabbids. But the one. So this is going to be a movie, Rob.
Yeah.
Now, think of an Ubisoft franchise, and it's a franchise that puts out a game every year, no matter what.
Oh, it's not Assassin's Creed, right?
Nope.
Is it like one of those first-person shooter games? Because I don't know. No? I
A
can't think.
There's going to be a Just Dance movie, Rob.
No, there's not.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's Ubisoft? Okay.
And I've heard, do you know anything about the game Werewolves Within?
No, not at all.
Okay. So that's another one that they've optioned for television.
I mean, good. I like well-made video game adaptations for movies and things like that, but make the game, man.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for so long. They just keep teasing. It's like, hey, we're still making it. Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's gonna have that big guy in it. You remember him? He's awesome.
Uh-huh.
Any day now.
It's a coming.
Maybe the same time that PlayStation or Microsoft announced their price for their next-gen systems.
Never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen. It's just gonna. The pre-order is just gonna have a button that says buy.
Yeah, buy it.
And charge you a random number on
your pay what you must.
Yeah.
Just a little interesting tidbit of news here. Konami is releasing kind of mid-level PCs.
Yeah.
In Japan.
Yeah. I guess with all that pachinko hardware they use, it's why not make a computer? I mean, either do that or make a brand new good game. That would be cool, right? You know?
Yeah.
Instead of just, yeah.
Anyways, I just thought that was interesting that they're.
Yeah.
And I mean, they look cool. They've got like the cheese grater front.
Cool. Cool. It's just so sad that that's the Konami news we get now, right?
Yeah.
Like, remember Konami? They made some cool games.
Spiderman is going to be an exclusive playable character in the new Avengers game.
That's pretty cool. Poop. Hey, you did it. All right. Excellent.
Rob, darn you, you put that on my script.
But yeah, it's when is that new Avengers game supposed to come out again? Like, what did the last war tables say? I bet you got it up on your screen.
September, I believe, is the release date. It doesn't have it here. Marvel Avengers video game.
Now, is it going to be a case, you think, where they do
September
like
4th.
Okay. Is it going to be a case like what they did with Soul Calibur that one generation, where it was like you got a Darth Vader if you ordered one, you got the Link if you ordered it on the other one?
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe a Nintendo Switch character. Oh, it's not coming to Switch, is it?
No, it's just coming to. Well, so they're planning on it having some legs because they have it listed here as being on like PS4 and 5.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Xbox One and Series X. So
what do you think of the game? What is it? Or the hype to the game? I guess obviously we don't have one.
Yeah, like I'm not buying it day one. I can tell you that. I'd like to try it because I love the Marvel stuff so much.
Mm-hmm.
But man, yeah, it just looks like a beat 'em up, and I just, I'll play it probably once through the story if that's all it kind of ends up being. But I keep teasing that it's something much more, but no evidence.
Yeah, it's true.
Seems to point to that. So.
Mm-hmm. Have to see it reviews, I guess. That's
like it's so weird that we're getting so close, and there's still just this very general knowledge. I mean, they had that event here, and they released you know who the bad guy is, and and things like that.
Interesting choice for the like MODOK. Really?
MODOK, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
There's lots of new games coming out where it's there's not a lot of fanfare. Like, I mean, Paper Origami had like almost nothing.
Yeah.
That's a big one. And then I'm trying to think of there's some other ones in August coming there. You just haven't seen a lot of hype.
So just mentioning Nintendo, and it's gonna segue a little because it's what I do.
Sure, it's our show. Damn it, we can do whatever we want.
You gonna tell me what to do? For the whole summer, like summer event stuff, Nintendo's been awfully quiet.
They have been. It's been very noticeable, and it's you kind of wonder if they're just trying to stay out of Sony and Microsoft's way in the next month or two. But like, there's been no big game announcements, no hardware announcements.
Nothing. I mean, they've had a couple mini directs.
Yeah.
One was like the Pokemon one, and they announced Pokemon Snap, and then they had that one 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And the partner one.
Yep. And not much of really anything there. I mean, a couple of decent games, but they should have been in the middle of another direct, not the feature.
Not a feature direct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wonder if they're just letting Sony and Xbox take the fanfare, or if they're just waiting, polishing up their mic, and I'm gonna have a mic drop here.
Yep. When they do a proper direct, they do it better than anyone else.
It's
by
true.
far. So hopefully something's coming.
Also, last but not least, two more things, because I've segued before this second last bit of news.
That's right.
Blizzard showed off some new Diablo Immortal gameplay today.
Yeah.
And looks great.
Yeah, now for anyone who doesn't or is not aware, Diablo Immortal is not the sequel for the PC and consoles. It is the mobile game.
A mobile game, yeah.
Which started off making a lot of people angry. And then the next time they showed some stuff, they were less angry. And now, honestly, looking at it, it looks like a pretty good game. Like, they showed some gameplay. It doesn't look that bad.
No.
I'm kind of excited to see what it's going to play like. It was a 3-minute trailer with showed off some characters.
I mean, the graphics look decent too.
They do, yeah. It'd be interesting to know what they were running the trailer on, I guess, or what the equivalent experience would be on it. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. Hopefully, it's not $80. I'm trying to think what the most expensive game on a phone has ever been. Like, what would you say the most expensive one you've ever bought is?
Oh, I can tell you right now what that is. Mario Run, Super Mario Run, or whatever the heck it was called.
Okay, yeah, and that was like $15 or something, right? Yeah.
That's the most I've ever paid for a game.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. Like, I imagine they're going to take the freemium type route with it, right? Where
I think that game was closer to $20. I think it was like 15 American, but I waited for it to go on sale.
Right.
I wasn't going to.
That's what we do.
Yeah, I wasn't going to dish that out, but especially for a mobile game.
Yeah.
But it's really paid off the money I did put into it, because they just keep updating it, and there's all these new features all the time. And no, there hasn't been. There's been nothing since they added that that one new level.
Yeah, Remix 10, I think it was.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I was just playing it a couple days ago, actually, because I had my iPad out, and I'm like, oh, I haven't played this in forever.
Yeah, there hasn't been anything out since that.
No.
So.
Still better than Mario Kart Tour, though.
It is.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a try. It says they're looking to test it in the middle of 2020.
Okay.
So maybe we'll see a beta.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And Sony announced a State of Play on August 6th. But they made sure to mention there's nothing PS5 in it. It's going to be PS4 and VR centric.
Yep. Yeah, they said they might touch on a couple of PS5 games, but they've guaranteed not looking at any hardware.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, still, at this stage in the game, show us something. I mean, they've got to be doing pre-orders soon, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're at this stage now where it's we could potentially be 3 months away.
Yeah, like,
or depending on when it actually goes, I guess.
But also, why have a PS4?
Yeah.
And VR centric one. Right? Like, we shouldn't even be talking about PS4 anymore. Like, we should know everything that's coming out on it from now on.
That's right. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima and whatever it's called.
Yeah.
All those they're out. Last of Us 2, they're out. Like, what else?
Well, there's still Avengers and Cyberpunk coming to this generation.
Fair enough. I always think of Avengers or of Cyberpunk as being a next gen.
Yeah.
Because at this point, maybe arrive when it's already launched, but it will be available for the old gen, I guess. And
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's Brent kind of alluded to this when we were chatting, is that this has got to be a surprise. Like, they can't possibly. It says it's going to be about 40 minutes. Do you really have 40 minutes of PS4 games still to show? Like, is that really a thing? Like, there are all these surprise ones that they just haven't touched on? Like,
unless it's like Avengers and maybe this is where they announce Spiderman, officially is. I guess it was someone confirmed it today already.
Yeah, it was confirmed.
Spider-Man's going to be an exclusive playable, but maybe they want to have some actual footage of it now.
Maybe. They've been doing these war tables for Avengers, separately, right? Like, they've had separate events for them, so I don't know. There's got to be something else to it. Like,
there's got to be, right?
They can't really just be.
Unless this is one of those things like, no PS5 hardware stuff.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Check it out if you want. And then it's like the release date. It's the release date.
You can buy it today.
Yeah.
Just do it as a one more thing. Like, and here's a whole bunch of screens of Cyberpunk. Oh, well, I hope you really enjoyed the show. By the way, pre-orders drop today. It's $3.99. All right. Have a great day.
I'm outie.
Yeah. Whole bunch of us nerds just clicking on the buy button. I'm ready.
Give it to me. All right. I think that's all we got for news.
It was a lot of news.
It was, actually. I thought it was a quiet week, but we had enough to talk about there.
Yeah. I dug up a few things, too, that kind of happened today, but...
Yeah. Rob, tell me what you've been playing.
Boy. Yep. It's been a really busy week in the Lego household here, so I've just been kind of relaxing with some MAME and Neo Geo and TurboGrafx 16 and a whole bunch of emulation. Just playing a whole bunch of retro games, going through Blazing Star again, Shock Troopers for Neo Geo, playing through some old SNES stuff. Nothing new, really. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I had, really. I got nothing new and exciting. We're grumpy gamers, so.
I'm still working on Last of Us 2.
Right.
My save game was 27 hours. I checked it on Friday there. I haven't touched it all weekend.
Right.
But I did try one new game this week, and it's a game that... So I pretty much... Like, I keep pretty on top of the Switch store, eShop.
Sure.
Of new releases. I always scan them, and anything that catches my eye, I'll check it out and read it. So a few months ago, this one called Roundgaurd caught my attention. And like the opening line of it was, imagine a game that crosses Peggle and Diablo. And I was like, huh?
Which is the most random.
So I've been watching it, and it actually went on sale this week, and I finally picked it up. And I have a better comparison for it. Imagine Peggle crossed with, oh my god.
Missile Command.
No.
Defender.
Oh my goodness, it just... Slay the Spire.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Imagine Peggle. It's almost like when you see the map that you follow, it's pretty much the map from Slay the Spire. Like it's got monster or loot, and you choose your path, and but it's a roguelike.
Very cool.
So you just you'll slowly upgrade yourself so that you can actually make it through all the levels, and
and that's on the Switch.
Yeah, and and then each level is a Peggle match.
Okay. So I mean, it sounds like fun. It's a hard visual to really kind of get, but
so instead of having card mechanics like you do in Slay the Spire, just imagine that you were playing a game of Peggle instead.
All right, I'll have to check it out. How much does that go for on the Switch store?
I think it's on sale for $15 right now, and it's $25 regular.
15 Canadian rubles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
there you go.
Yeah, that's all I've been up to this week.
Try it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Maybe I'll try it out.
You try it out. Yeah. You try it out. Don't tell me what to do.
I'll tell you what to do. So, other than that, there was one other game you were playing. Do you want to tell the fine folks what the Cheap Bad Game Challenge was this?
I was like, I was?
Yeah. I've been watching you through your window. I'm
yes.
Window right now.
So you challenged me with Friday the 13th last week for the NES as my Cheap Bad Game Challenge, and excellent choice because it kind of allowed me to kill two birds with one stone, because months ago when we had the worst game ever Part 2, it was the winner of that, and we were going to get together and play that for the people, and then pandemic happened. Well, the one night we got together, we had nothing but technical problems. Couldn't get.
It's like the game did not want to play.
Yeah, it is. That game is seriously cursed, because even during my playthrough, my 8-bit do controller, which I never have trouble with. That thing's stupid rock solid. Like I've never. It died out like twice in the gameplay. So.
How'd you like it?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll give you a couple of things. I watched the video. I used to play the crud out of that, not because I loved it, but back in the day when you got a game for Christmas, you played it because you weren't getting another one for usually a long time. I'm glad you finally figured out the dodge, because holy mackerel, that was hurting me that you weren't doing that in the first. I was like, he's just letting him walk up and punch him. Like,
I'm like, well, it was it's not easy to do the dodge either.
Yep.
Because it's a down diagonal.
Yep. It's but without it, you can't. There's no hope. You cannot beat the first person. Second off, I was watching, and I noticed that you'd always take the same guy and try and make him go to the flashing house. Yeah. But it's a lot quicker if you just see which count, because every time you select a counselor, they're in a different house already.
Right.
You can pick the one that's closest to that house, save yourself a lot of kids and time. Just
how do you change a counselor?
It's when you're in that menu, and there's when you go to the map, I believe I haven't played it for a long time, but you can switch between the counselors at any time.
Yeah, I didn't figure that one out.
And awesome. I also kind of chuckled because you kept picking George first.
Yeah.
Who was easily the worst guy in the game.
He's the first guy.
He's the first guy. There's two of them, I want to say the last one you picked, like Jesse or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
And Mark. They're also the only two that can jump very easily over zombies. So what I would typically do when I play, and it's all going to come flooding back in a nightmare, is I would put the other guys, and you'd asked once as well, how come my guy's like half health? Like, have I played him before?
Oh, yeah.
When Jason attacks the person in that house, he will virtually defend himself with whatever weapon he has and lose health. So I would typically use just Jesse, and I think it's Mark is the male version, and just go light fireplaces and stuff like that. Because actually what happens is, oh man, I'm trying to remember. I believe if you light a fireplace, Jason will not go in that house. And if you light them all, it opens up access to, I want to say the pitchfork. I think this is the weapon that, and it's like the Jason killer, right? It's just so much better than anything. So you do want to keep lighting them, as stupid as it sounds. Like it is a vital statistic.
Oh my God!
And in the cave that you kept, that you walked by where those houses are.
Yeah.
Actually, in the cave, if you make it through that, you fight Jason's mom's floating head, and you can actually get. There's another thing you get for that. I can't remember, but. So yeah, that was just a few things that.
Awesome.
I mean, even knowing all those, it's still almost impossible to beat. I think I killed Jason twice.
So what happened, like when you're fighting him?
Yep.
Will he run away eventually?
Yes. What happens is that if you meet him in a house,
you
don't have to take all his health out. You only have to take out a portion, and then he runs away.
Okay.
And then the next time you fight him, he'll have that much less health. One thing I also noticed you didn't see, or maybe I just didn't notice it. You never met Jason in the side-scrolling stuff, right?
Never. No.
Yeah, that happens. And actually, that's when you need those two other counselors, because they're the only two who can clear Jason.
The only time I ran into him outside of a house was when I was in the boat.
Yes, and you can't do jack squat about that.
He came zooming by. Yeah.
And you were bang on too when you said, "Oh, at night there seems to be more zombies." Yeah, there's totally more zombies at night. That is a real thing. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's.
Well, the good news is you can show off all this knowledge this week for people. And in your cheap bag game challenge, you can do the other half of it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. See how much of it comes back. So spoilers, pandemic related. I will be playing an emulated version. So we have the cartridge. We don't really feel bad about that. And also my Retron 5 kicked the bucket. So I would have no way of capturing it anyway, so look for that. You see me play it. I'm not going to do any better than you did, like even knowing all those things, like, because it's an absolute gong show.
Oh my God, yeah. Even reading, like I read through the instructions and like, yeah, I don't remember seeing anything. But of course, I got about halfway through them and I'm like, okay, this is all just.
Yeah, that dodge, that's the most important thing in the game, because he just will end you without it, right? And it's very unintuitive. So, great game. It's a stereotypical LGN game.
Yeah. Yeah. So, other than that, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's the end of the show, Rob.
It is. It was a full show. Had lots of stuff, lots of news.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep. And we're going to have a 50th here coming up. So,
yeah.
Your eyes out for that.
It's going to work out. Oh, you know what's going to work out? The 50th episode.
Yep.
Will be the year if we do. We won't quite make. So that means we missed 2 episodes.
Yeah. And they were in the first 10 or so, I think. We had a couple of weeks where we couldn't meet and we just called it off.
Yeah.
And then we've done pretty much the last 35 or so have been.
Mm-hmm. I think at Christmas, I think we took a week off too.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Around Christmas there.
Yeah.
So, will that work out? No, we'll be a week off. Whatever.
We got calendars. We should take a look at the calendar here. So
no.
48, 49, 50 is going to be a week early. We'll put it on so 48, 49, 50 is going to be the 24th of August.
Also, but I don't remember if it was leap year or not, but that means that we recorded on like a Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday last year, right? If it was September 3rd.
Just a sec. September, let's go back to 2019. September 3rd was a Tuesday.
Tuesday. So
Yeah.
it was a leap year.
No, this year's a leap year.
Okay.
Yeah, because divisible by 4.
Okay.
Should have been the Olympics.
Right.
Before Corona ruined everything.
Yeah, but this year is leap year.
You bet.
So, okay. So yeah. All right.
Screw the coronavirus.
Screw the coronavirus.
But yeah.
Okay.
So why don't you close the show for us then, Guy?
No, I don't want to.
All right, folks. See you later.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for checking us out. We're the Grumpy Old Gamers. And you can check out more of our stuff at thegrumpyoldgamers.com. And check us out on Facebook. A lot of activity happening there. And please vote in the favorite console tournament. And you can get a hold of us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And that's about it.
And if you want to see us sell matching gray t-shirts, the official Grumpy Old Gamer t-shirt,
yeah.
We'll spill some ketchup on it or something.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want that to happen.
All right.
All right.
Have a good evening, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.